What's going on, Airsofters? Thanks for tuning in today to Century Elite Airsoft TV. Yes, today's another review. Today, what I have with me is the Elite Force A1 1911 Tactical. Yes, 1911. So what I have with me today is the 1911 Elite Force Tactical A1 version. It's actually black and tan, which is definitely a great combination when it comes to playing airsoft. Our gear is basically black and tan too, as much as well with this gun. Now this is a 1911, which is great, and it's definitely great for airsoft. I definitely recommend it. I haven't got a chance to use it today because I actually picked it up today at Totowa Airsoft in Totowa, New Jersey, and I did get a chance to shoot it in the store, and wow, it has a good amount of kick to it. Like, seriously, this kick is phenomenal. It's awesome. Now the thing is that with this gun, it actually runs on CO2, which is great when you're playing for outdoors, so that way you won't have any problems when it comes to weather. I did tend to notice when it comes to using green gas oftentimes doesn't shoot properly, it doesn't function well, even with CQB, especially at Striker Airsoft, because sometimes the field is actually really cold and my secondary doesn't really shoot properly. I tend to notice that. But with CO2, you shouldn't run into any problems because it actually will give you a good amount of kick and will shoot properly when it comes to playing airsoft. Now, going back to the gun real quick, it does have a threaded barrel, which is great. It's a 14mm counterclockwise threaded barrel, so it's great when you want to add suppressors or amps or anything like that on the gun, and it's definitely really cool how it's already there, and that way you don't have to worry about finding the right suppressor. It's 14mm. Now the gun itself is actually made out of fully metal. The only thing that's plastic would be the textured pistol grips, which is not really that big of a deal. And honestly, the weight of it's actually pretty good for a pistol. Really good, actually. What I did like about it, though, it does have the ambidextrous safety, one on the left and also one on the right as well too. So if you are right or left-handed, it's definitely really easy. Your slide release, though, is only located on the left-hand side, but that's usually not a big problem because if you are lefty, you can easily just release it with your index or your thumb or whatever you like to do, or you know, pull it back when it comes to reloading. It does have an additional safety as well too, which is the grip safety, also known as the beaver tail safety, right over here. So when you are locked and ready to go, if this safety is not on, or if you're not actually pushing down the safety, the extra safety in the back, the gun will not fire at all. If you push it down, it fires just like normal. Now the cool thing is, though, what I like about it as well is the trigger. It's a skeletonized trigger, which is great. So it does offer that realistic trigger action, and it's very comfortable when it comes to playing airsoft. And I like the fact that the sights are actually white sights, white orange sights with white dots on them, so it's definitely great when it comes to aiming at your target. Now this does also have an adjustable hop-up system. You just have to basically disassemble the gun, and the hop-up is going to be actually right underneath the chamber right over here. So definitely it's really cool when it comes to playing airsoft. I like it a lot. I can't wait to use it on Sunday, and I have my whole setup, my whole holster setup all ready to go, waiting for it, and I'm super excited. One really cool thing as well too, it does have a 20mm tactical rail on the bottom, which is great for sorry, not suppressors, but lasers and lights and any other combinations you want to put in there. I will probably add my ProTech flashlight that I had on my PPQ, but I'll probably put it on this guy to see how it would look, and definitely would be really cool to have. When I was at Totowa today, I did ask if they have an extended mag available, because usually with 1911s they don't offer a lot of rounds in the magazine. They would only offer a certain amount, between maybe 14 to 17 rounds single stacked. With the Elite Forces, I have the magazine that came with it, which is a 14 round magazine that holds a CO2 canister right over it. It's 12 gram CO2. And then I also happen to pick up the magazine from Totowa Airsoft as well too, which is the extended mag. Now what I really like about this magazine, though, because you know, I'm not a big fan of extended mags on pistols really when it comes to holstering it, though, but with this one, as you can see, it doesn't really extend out too far. It's actually pretty neat, and it's definitely not going to interfere when it comes to holstering my weapon. And it's definitely comfortable because it's not that huge magazine that you would see like on Glocks or PPQs or anything like that. It's just subtle. It's just perfect. It's just right when it comes to playing CQB and also having an extended mag. I would primarily probably use the extended mag in my holster when I'm ready to go. I'll have it ready to go with 27 rounds in this guy. When I am out, I'll use my secondary mag, which is located on my vest obviously, and I'll just pull out and reload. That's it. So it's definitely a great gun. I recommend it. It's seriously awesome, and I love the kick. CO2 does offer a little more kick with it too when it comes to using gas guns. And one more thing to remember is that when you're using CO2 guns, it's not like green gas. Green gas has that added silicone oil to lubricate the gun properly when it comes to using it. CO2 is more of a dry gas, so you always want to make sure after a certain amount of use you want to lube up your gun and make sure it doesn't break on you when it comes to playing airsoft. So I would probably recommend after maybe 4 or 5 magazine uses when it comes to either this or the extended mag, definitely spray some silicone oil in your gun so that way it's properly lubed and that way you have less things to worry about. CO2 is definitely a great, again, a great gas to use when it comes to playing indoor and outdoor. And when it comes to playing airsoft, you want to make sure you have some silicone oil handy when it comes to lubing up the gun. And you know, even with green gas, you want to take extra necessary precaution, even just to grease up that gun as well too, just in case that way nothing breaks or malfunctions when you're playing in the field rather. So when you get your gun, when you get your Elite Force, I'm going to put this out for a second. When you get your gun in the box itself, you will have the standard 14 round mag that comes with it, and it does again run on 12 gram CO2 cartridges. Now to put the CO2 cartridge, you will need an Allen wrench, which Elite Force will provide for you as well too, which is great. And basically you would pop in the CO2 and screw it right in. You will hear the little whisper that comes in, so you want to make sure that once you hear that, the CO2 has been broken in, and then you just want to make sure you test it out, you know, release some pressure that's there, that's built up, and once you do that, you're ready to go. Load up your magazine with your speed loader. Use .20 or .25 BBs only. I wouldn't recommend using anything lower than that. Now when it comes to the FPS as well, with this gun it ranges between 340 to 350 with .20 BBs. So definitely you have a good amount of kick for a pistol. Yes, for a pistol. And honestly, I like it a lot. And it's definitely a great gun to use, and I would recommend it when it comes to playing airsoft, either as a secondary or as a primary if you're just getting into airsoft. Now when it comes to playing airsoft, be sure to always wear full seal eye protection when it comes to playing the game. Safety first is always a plus. Now if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share this video, and I'll see you guys later.